Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Joker from the DC Collectibles Icons line. What's pretty cool about this Joker is that he actually comes with a hat and his trench coat, which is really cool. We don't normally see the Joker in that full gear. As you can see, it is from a death in the family, so you know, it's a Joker that I'm pretty sure everyone has wanted for quite some time. Just to let you know, if you want to get this figure and the rest of the figures that you can see here from the wave, you can go ahead and get them from Big Bad Toy Store. There is a link in the description below. And just before I get into the video as well, just want to let you know that there is going to be a Ghost in the Shell review tomorrow, seeing as we're getting reveals from the films. I'm going to be getting through those videos, those Figma figures. And just before we get to the rest of the review, just want to mention I will be at Birmingham MCM Comic Con on Sunday, just reminding you guys. So if you are going and you see me there, come and say hi. It'd be great to meet some of you guys. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here is the Joker out of the packaging. Now this thing may look absolutely fantastic, and it's definitely the best looking Joker in my collection. I would definitely go ahead and say that there's two things that I really dislike about it and would change, and then there's one thing that I would have changed, but it's not really a problem. But before we take a look at that stuff, let's go ahead and do a bit of a size comparison here. So size-wise, he measures about 6.5 inches to the top of that hat. And so here he is next to the Icons Batman. Absolutely miles taller than Batman right there, as you can see. It does definitely seem that these newer figures are starting to scale up a little bit. But, I mean, you know, this figure is supposed to be a taller figure anyway, and he's got the hat on and stuff. But Batman does seem kind of dwarfed by this, so I don't really like that size comparison all that much. But here he is next to the Arkham Asylum Joker. And then here is the animated series Joker, so you can see how he stacks up next to those figures. Now let's look at the accessories, and first of all, you may notice that the way he's holding his Tommy gun right there, he's kind of clutching it under his arm. I think it looks pretty good as a way just to carry it, you know, but I would have posed him actually holding it in his hand, having it like resting on his shoulder, a bit like that. However, you only have hands that can hold the accessories for the right side. The left side, the only hand that you get is the fist, so you can't actually hold both accessories at the same time, which is one thing that I would have changed, because that absolutely sucks, because we do get multiple hands for those accessories. So this one right here, if we go ahead and change the focus, as you can see, is a really tight gripping hand to hold this right here. So obviously you get the awesome crowbar. You can go ahead and kill Robin with that. That'll make for some awesome displays. Obviously we're getting Nightwing, so I reckon that the Robin that we get probably will be a Jason Todd Robin. I definitely think that that is what everyone would want, considering that we've got this Joker. So first of all, crowbar, very nice indeed. Then let's go ahead and just take this hand out for now. You do get a fist as well for the right side, so there's that. And we get two hands. They are both for holding the gun. One with the thumb up, which the gun really doesn't rest in so well. It's more of, looks like a kind of handshake kind of a hand, but it does have the trigger finger there, so I guess it's meant for the gun, but it doesn't really hold it very well, because he doesn't need the thumb down like so, for it to be, you know, nice and sturdy. And so here is the Tommy gun in the hand with the thumb over the grip. The other thumb sticks up and it doesn't hold the grip, and the gun pretty much just falls out, so it's kind of a wasted use of a hand. So I really do think that that hand should have just been this, but over on this side as well, so that you could hold the crowbar and the Tommy gun at the same time. There is a little trigger in there as well. It is very small and it is a very thin piece of plastic, and it bends out the way when the figure is in the trigger guard, so just be aware of that. It may snap off for you or something, just be careful, but it does bend out of the way and you can push it back. What I love about this is that it can sit to the one side of the arm and you can still utilize the arm articulation. That is the pose that I would have had him in with the crowbar over here, but unfortunately you don't get the extra hand to be able to do that. But I think that this looks absolutely fantastic, and this is the way I love posing with most weapons anyway, and it's awesome that you can do so. And if you want a bit of a size comparison for the Tommy gun, here is a Marvel Legends one, which I think came with Chameleon, was it? So there you go, as you can see, a little smaller right there. So the next thing that I would have changed, here we have the trench coat, which is really nice and flexible plastic. I love how you've got those little coattails in the back there. You can see his inner jacket there. However, that is not molded in, so you can actually take this piece off, but you've got those big gaps there and everything. I would have actually made it so that he had the molded in inner jacket right there, so that the coat could come off and then he still had the jacket on underneath. I think that that's how I would have done it, so that you could take the coat off and then he'd still be wearing his regular jacket like so. That's how I would have done this figure. The next thing that I don't really like at all is to do with the articulation, and it is in the waist. So let's start off with the head and move our way down. So the head moves up and down, left and right. It's on a ball joint, so you get a bit of pivot there as well. Shoulders come out to the side, rotate all the way around, rotation at the part of the arm, double jointed elbows, rotation and a hinge at the wrist. And then down here at the ab section right here, you have the crunch, which isn't all that fantastic, but never mind. No waist rotation at all. That is what I definitely don't like about this figure. You don't have any kind of diaphragm movement to go along with that ab crunch, so you have less ab crunch than on any other Icons figure. Plus, you can't move them all left and right. Very limited articulation. Don't really get why we don't get that at a figure in this scale when every other figure in the line does have it. Legs move out to the side. They move forward, but you don't have any thigh rotation, so they are a bit to the side, as you can see. And then we have the double jointed knees, the feet move up and down, and we have ankle pivots. So just in general with the articulation, I just feel that it could have just been a bit better, just to stack up with the rest of the figures from the Icons line. But as it is, I'm perfectly happy with it. So as for the face, the dark shadowing around the eyes, you can definitely see the dot matrix from the way it's printed as opposed to being painted. But still, it looks pretty good, and those green eyes look pretty damn menacing, along with that smile. The flowers painted pretty good. You can see a bit of the green coming up onto his neck around that collar line there. Overall, the figure looks great, and it feels great. But yeah, the accessories are fantastic. I just really wish that they would have given us interchangeable hands for this side over here, so that you can actually hold them all at once. But as it stands, it is a pretty damn nice figure in of itself. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. I definitely recommend this figure. It's an awesome Joker, one of the best in my opinion. And it's from A Death in the Family, so what more can you ask for? If you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below. And for more DC Icons reviews, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.